Wow. All I could say is wow. As of the recording of this video, Polymega cannot do business legally. They done effed up. So a little while ago, I saw this tweet from Chris Scullion saying, hey, I'm going to be trying to get a refund on my Polymega from Worldwide Distribution. They're the ones dealing with the sales out in Europe. The company's business license has now been suspended in California, so I have no confidence this thing will ever reach me. What the heck is going on? I have a pretty good idea. Actually, I think I figured out what is going on, but confidence is waning here. This is freaking nuts. So Polymega did respond. This is a temporary hiccup for a California LLC, which is a limited liability company, due to a failed auto payment from an old credit card on file. Should be restored shortly. The state of California, things aren't moving quickly. So I don't think this will be necessarily rectified shortly. Maybe soon, but not shortly. They legally can't sell shit. They can't do anything. This is nuts, man. This is crazy. This reminds me of a time, though, almost a year ago, when I called them out asking them what's up with their trademark, as it said it was abandoned. And it was. They didn't re-up their trademark. A little different than their business license being suspended. Their business license is suspended for a very specific reason. Oh, my God. This is nuts, but they did respond to this as well, way down here. I mean, this was like a year ago, almost to the day. Clerical error will be back up shortly. Pretty much the same response they gave here. So they have an FTB suspension. There's a few reasons you could have an FTB suspension. Now, I have a lot of experience with business in California. I have a business background. I'm educated in business. I have degrees. I've formed my own LLCs, and I've dissolved businesses as well. So looking into this a little further, there's a couple reasons. Either you just haven't filed any of your tax forms for a while, you're not paying that FTB, Franchise Tax Board fee every year, your yearly fee, which is like $800. You haven't paid that in a while. And delinquency, it's like it goes on for a while before it catches up to you. And this kind of thing with business, with the Secretary of State, the Franchise Tax Board, all that stuff. The other reason, there's not a million reasons why you would get an FTB suspension. There's a few, but the one that I think they screwed up on, and I'm pretty sure is they didn't file their statement of information, which is supposed to be every 2 years. These mofos are behind because if their business started, let's go ahead and search for them. So when you first start a business, let's backtrack just a little bit. I have like documents. I'm not going to show everything. Like, I have articles of organization, FTB 3522, employer identification assignment. I have experience with this stuff. When you first start your business, you have to provide a statement of information. Like it says, within 90 days of registering your business. And then like at that time, you have to pay the FTB fee as well. So every 2 years after that, you have to do a periodic statement of information. That's where I think they screwed up, because when you search for them, their registration date is December 19th, 2015. So every 2 years, if you say, okay, every 2 years after that, they should have filed in 2017. And then in 2019, like give or take, maybe, there's like grace period, I'm sure. And then they should be filing again this year. But you would think later in this year or early next year, if their registration date is December 19th, 2015, right? So I'm not sure. Like, I'm not an expert. I've just dealt with these things. I'm, not an expert. So none of this is legal advice or business advice. But there could be like a period after that, maybe 90 days after that. So you would think, okay, maybe March. But the math still doesn't line up for every 2 years. So if I go through this, like I'm going to file this for them. Like I'm just going to continue filing this. When you take a look at their information with the Secretary of State, their registration date, 2015, the last statement filed, statement of information, was January 16th, 2018. So they're just fucking late all the time, dude. Like, if that was the last one, they should have done another one early last year. So they skipped that one, right? So this is confusing, because you would think, okay, that lines up with the grace period thing. Like, okay, they filed their statement of information in January or so after their registration date. So then the math would line up. January 2018, January of 2020. But they skipped that one. Oh my God. Like, that is, they just straight skipped it. So this is nowhere near as bad as like not filing your taxes or paying the franchise tax board fee. This is not that crazy. So hopefully people could see this, maybe dig into it a little more, find more information. But it just sucks because, yeah, this is going to take a little while for them to, figure it out. They went through LegalZoom as their agent of service. LegalZoom, I've used them for a few things in the past. And if you set up a business through them and it's just on auto pretty much. Like they just file everything for you. You just kind of lay back. If you need to sign something, you sign it, whatever. But unless you're like paying for other services with them, you don't really pay attention to it. You know what I mean? So I could buy our credit card on file. I could buy it, but you're late a year. You let this fucking slide for a year. Nobody noticed it. Clerical errors, man. Clerical errors. All the rage at Polymega, dude. Freaking nuts. I feel for the people who've been really looking forward to this thing because they said that they were going to be getting pre-orders out the end of February for early pre-orders, right? Not everybody was going to get one. I started getting word from some people that they got shipping confirmations. And I thought, great, they're on track. That's awesome. I think it's a nice device. It's expensive as fuck, mind you. It does what they claim it's supposed to do as of recent time, not going back to the FPGA stuff, but it works and it works nicely. They have a nice machine. It's just crazy expensive, but for some people, it may be worth it. And there was a lot of people that I'd seen who are really looking forward to this thing. And just a handful of people that told me they got shipping confirmations gave me that idea that everything was rolling well. But then you've seen so many other people. I pre-ordered day one. I still haven't gotten a confirmation. I'm like, oh my God. This is nuts. I just saw people piling on. Like, I haven't gotten a notification yet. What's going on? I pre-ordered the first week of the first day. Like, what was the cutoff? You had to pre-order the first second? I'm not sure. But I haven't seen too many people showing that they've received them yet. So when people see something like this, they're going to be even more, like, worried. And I hate that, man. I hate that. Clerical errors. How many clerical errors can you have? You got to be on top of this shit with running a business and like state of California. Like I said, things could be sluggish. You could just file some of this stuff online. Make sure your credit card is up to date on LegalZoom. Hopefully that goes well. But I just know it's not like immediate, man. If you're not allowed, you're suspended, FTB suspended. You cannot conduct business. You can't do anything right now. You have to get this fixed, and it could take a little while. I don't know for sure how long. I just know, like, the last time I filed like documentation for an LLC, everything was pretty slow. And this was before all this virus nonsense and zombies running around. I don't know if you looked outside recently. Holy crap. It's freaking end of the world. Oh my God. It's going to be the end of the world for some if they don't hurry up and get their Polymega. Polymega. Get this straight. Don't let this happen again. This is not like good for the reputation, man. If they just want to put out more stuff eventually, this like rollout is definitely not going well. So guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have a good one. Really do appreciate it. I will catch you next time. Peace out. Bye-bye. And boom. Bye.